Okay, today we're going to do a view corridor survey. And the first thing you want to do is go in and make sure that you have downloaded the latest version of the view corridor. I believe there was a new one on mid-October sometime. And then the next thing you want to do is when you start your survey for the day, you want to make sure that you're using that view corridor survey form. So the first thing you're going to do, come down here and go ahead and enter your scan code. And the scan code for today is _0304-155. Once you've got that entered or scanned, go ahead and click in one of the fields below and it will auto-populate up to the use level. Today's use level, and you find that on your calendar that you get every month from MMI2, today's use level is very high. It's a non-proxy. Is this a substitute day? No, it is not. And you want to just make sure that you've got the right date. And then over here, just go ahead and click on the clock and then click outside of that, so that sets the time when you do that. And the next thing it asks you is, will there be interviews at this site today? The answer to that is yes. And then you are ready to begin your first period of counting cars. You're going to count traffic going in one direction for a full hour, and you're going to click this plus sign for commercial traffic, this plus sign for non-commercial traffic, and you're just going to do that for the full hour. You'll notice that right here it has totaled both of these. So at the end of your first full hour, then you're ready to do interviews. So you're going to, where it says interviews and there's this plus sign, you're going to click on the plus sign. You need to select an interview type. Again, you're doing view corridor interviews, so you're going to click that one. The interview form, are you ready to start a new interview? Click the radio button there. And so, again, you want to check that your time is correct. And so you're ready for your first question. Would you be willing to take a few minutes to participate in this interview? This person, we're going to say that they agreed, so we're going to click yes. And now you need to confirm that this is not an Alaska cruise ship survey. So you're going to say, yes, this is not an Alaska cruise ship survey. So the next question for your visitor is, what is your home zip code? So if they know theirs, go ahead and enter it. If they don't know it, you can click that radio button. If they're not from the United States, you can go ahead and click whatever country they happen to be from. And scroll down to question 3. Here you're going to want to hand the visitor the flashcard because for the next few questions, they're going to need that. So they're going to tell you their age. They're just going to give you a number from 1 to 8, and you'll just click whatever radio button they tell you. The next question is gender, and you'll just click if they tell you they're male or female. You just click whichever one they say. Question 5, are you Hispanic or Latino, not Hispanic or Latino, or refuse to answer? You're going to click whichever one they tell you there. Question number 6 is the racial group you most closely identify with, and you're going to go ahead and click a number 1 through 5, whatever they tell you from the flashcard, or refused if they refuse to answer. And question 7, what is the primary purpose of your visit through this area? Working or commuting to work, only stopping to use the bathroom, only passing through, some other reason, or recreation. I'm going to go ahead and click some other reason. What is the major reason you chose this route? And your choices are to view scenery, wildlife, or some other reason. I'm going to check that it was to view scenery. Question number 9, did you or do you plan to go to any other places in the National Forest to recreate or view scenery today? Go ahead and, whether they say no, yes, or don't know, go ahead and click whichever one they say. question 10, how many people, including you, traveled here in the same vehicle as you? Go ahead and enter the number that they say. And at that point, your interview is complete. So you go ahead and click that radio button. And so you're going to do the interviews for 2 full hours. At the end of that 2 full hours, you're going to come down here to, would you like to begin the second traffic count period? Say yes. And it comes up with period 2 and the same counter type as you had in period 1. And this time you're going to be counting traffic in the opposite direction that you counted during period 1. And you're going to click this plus for commercial, this plus for non-commercial, and just for the full hour, just that's what you're going to do. And then you'll notice that this number is the total of both period 1 and period 2. So after your second full hour of counting traffic, you're going to go back and do 2 more hours of interviews. And then at the end of your 2 hours of interviews, you are ready to do your end of 6-hour observation period. So again, just verify that your date is still correct. Go over here to your time and make sure that it's reflecting the full 6 hours that you've been there. And you're going to go ahead and enter 0 for your breaks and 6 for your total survey hours. You'll notice that it counts how many surveys were conducted for the day there. And then in your text box here, if you have any comments that you want to put from visitors throughout the day, you can put those there, or anything weather related, or again, just don't put any personal information in there. And when you're done with that, you're going to click this green check mark, and then it's going to come up with your survey completed. And at this point, you're going to want to click the send later and send it to your outbox. And then when you get to a place where you have reliable Wi-Fi, you'll want to just send it just like you do the individual interviews. And that's it.